What up, New York Giant Nation? It's your boy, Mac, the Giants fan. And this is the true blue aftermath.
You want to be great, you got to work at it, right?
Yeah, week 10 in the books. New York Giants get absolutely trashed once again. But, did anybody expect anything less? I don't know. This team is absolutely the worst, the biggest disappointment ever. They're another joke, man. At this point, it's like they're not even trying. No effort no more, man. Not to me. It's just I don't even see effort. What's going on, Lou? Thanks for joining, man.
What's up, man?
No effort, just no pride in what they're doing out there. It's just an absolute joke, man. This coaching is ridiculous. I don't know what to make of the play calling. Defense get the big turnover right in the red zone, instant red zone possession. Get down there right inside the 5, and you calling bullshit like that on 4th down, like you really was gonna pick up those 2 yards right there in that situation. They was gonna give you up 2 yards on the ground and 4th down right there. If you don't trust Tommy DeVito to throw the football in that situation, he shouldn't have been out there in the first damn place. Because that's why he's the quarterback. You got to let him go out there and make that and get that 2 yards with his arm in that situation. Right there, just leaving points on the board right there, man. This team is just atrocious in every way, man. I get disgusted watching this shit. I don't watch I've seen a lot of bad New York Giant football over the years here and there. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. This is the worst shit I ever seen. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Ever. Not even close to this. This is bad. When I tell you there's not a team in this league I think we can beat, I don't think we can beat any fucking body. I don't give a fuck about no Carolina having only one win. They'll bust our fucking ass the way I feel about the way we play football. Because at least they fucking try.
What team I can name a team we can beat. Our damn selves.
What team is that?
This is horrible. Look, if Mike Kafka is not fired within the next 3 minutes, if he is still employed 5 minutes from now, then we have fully been in full-fledged tank mode, because this is ridiculous. Or our coaches are just that incompetent that it looks like we're tanking. It's either or. It's not else in between at this point. We either our coaches are that damn bad or we are tanking. Because all you throw is flats and curls when you do throw. And then later on, you see in the third quarter, then you see them start letting DeVito throw. So I'm like, either Kafka got fired right there at halftime, or because you go 17 points after not being able to move the ball. Not even attempting to move the ball.
I'm tired of every fucking team we play setting records on us. Every fucking team we play, they set records on us in some kind of way, shape, or form. Every fucking team we play. How the fuck do you get outgained by over 500 yards? How? How is that possible at the NFL level?
It shouldn't be.
That's an embarrassment.
This ain't even an NFL team on the field. We're not even an NFL team on the field. This shit is not even a high school team. I think a high school team could thrash us.
You fucking give up over 600 yards? How? How do you do that? 600 yards? It looked like just backyard football for the Cowboys. Everything he was tossing up, it was just there, wide open, motherfucker. It was just this is out of control. Out of control. What's going on, Coach Ed? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. But this is out of control, man. It's one thing to be bad, and it's one thing to be what the New York Giants are right now. That's two different things. Because we're not bad. We're downright. We're something else. I don't even. They don't even have a word in English vocabulary to describe what the New York Giants are right now. Absolutely ridiculous.
I don't even want to hear what these guys got to say right now.
I ain't listening to none of that. What is going on? Hold on.
Absolutely terrible.
This is bad, bro.
Worse than terrible. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mac, AC, great video from the stadium, says Coach Ed. Gareth Hudson says, I don't have any words anymore. Shout out to Gareth Hudson. What's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Please make sure you hit a thumbs up and that subscribe button for Mac the Giants fan and Adam Costas, part of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Y'all know we go hard for all your sports information, updates, injury reports, and all your sports needs for all the sports junkies out there that need their fix throughout the day, whether they at work or doing a family event. They can't sit down and enjoy the game. You can always tune in and listen to Mac the Giants fan, Adam Costas, or any of the other members of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network for all your sports needs. So hit that thumbs up button
No,
and
I
that
appreciate.
subscribe button, please, guys.
I don't know. I'm getting an echo from somewhere. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my shit. I'm trying.
No, but seriously, how do you get beaten by a record that hasn't been broken in like 50 years, 60 years? 1962 was the last time somebody got outgained by 500 yards. 500. They got outgained 800. Insane to think about. Absolutely insane numbers. This team, I don't know. I mean, the thing that I knew this game was bad when you challenge a play that clearly everybody knows is not challenged, and you challenge the play anyways. And then when they tell you you're not challenging, you're going to lose a timeout. It was a giant circus at the beginning of the game. That's when I knew we were going downhill. Bad enough you got to
Absolutely,
challenge the
man.
defense. But think about that. You come out 2nd and 4. Even everyone's like, oh, it's not a fumble. Like, what are you doing? Why are you challenging it? Why are you not picking up the flag? You still go ahead and pick up the flag. It was just a calamity of errors the entire first half. Calamity of errors. We look worse than a high school football team. We look like the Pee Wee team. You know how they show you the bloopers of the kids when they play, the little kids that bounce off each other? That's how I feel like we play.
Yeah, it's terrible. What is going on?
I don't even. I'm not. I want to be angry, but at the same time, it's like, why? What is that? What is that going to prove to us? I mean, I'm getting to think Brian Dable, man. I can't say you're getting fired, but damn, you got to do something, man. You got to do something. Commanders lost, and I know. Look ahead, but if the Commanders probably beat us, but Jesus, look like a football team out there. Everyone's
But
yelling at
that's the
each other.
problem. We don't look like a football team.
Darius Slayton's yelling at people. I'm like, what have you done all season? Are you yelling at people? Give me a break. I would have told him to kick rocks, take a walk. That's what I would have said. Take a walk.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to check out my echo situation real quick.
But this is just putrid to watch. When you lose basically by 39, and we didn't lose by 30. I think we lost by what 32 points. Not much better. I mean, I know they threw a touchdown to Sterling Shepard at the end of the game, but you know, I mean, I don't think he's going to get fired. I think right now, if you're Dave's, what you're doing to save your job is you leave in Tommy DeVito, right? And here's my plan. Don't shoot me now, but here's what I think. You leave in Tommy DeVito, see if he develops as a quarterback under Dave's. Then that might give you some uh, um, reservation or not reservation of him developing a quarterback that's probably more talented than Tommy DeVito. Let's be honest. Tommy DeVito was terrible. He threw for like 84 yards or something like that. It was it was putrid. You know, right now, thank God Arizona won, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we're the second pick, but who knows? But Kyler Murray won. They come back and win with a vengeance, and here we are. I think you can. I want to be angry, but at the same time, I can't be. But it's I don't know if they quit. It doesn't look like they played well at all. It doesn't look like they had any fight. Dak Prescott had one bad throw the entire time. He's looking great the last three games that he's played. Okay, C.D. Lamb 150 yards. Brandon Cooks hasn't done anything all season. 173 yards. Like that is just insane to have two guys go over 100 yards. Two guys go over 150 yards. The quarterback averaged 406 yards. He was if you put him in four quarters as 100 yards a quarter, he was averaging as a quarterback. Okay, averaging as a quarterback. He is solely responsible for five of the touchdowns. Threw four, ran in a fifth one. I mean, my God, you want to talk about a performance? I don't know if I could do this for 8 more games. That's 8 long weeks, man. That's 2.5 weeks now in November, and then 6 weeks from the beginning of December to January. And you know teams are going to be looking at this as a get right game. Sad state of affairs. I don't know where you would go if you fired the coach. I mean, where would you go? You're not bringing in Flores. He's not going to come here. You're not bringing in anyone. You're going to reset. I mean, that means are you trusting Joe Shane? Now I think you just got to hang with this guy for one more year and see if you can bring in a quarterback that you can see improvement on. Now it's going to suck if you don't see a C.J. Stroud and you see more of a Young. It's going to be a long, long 2 seasons, but we'll see.
About all that, I was having some issues with my earbuds or something. Something was echoing in my ear, was getting on my nerves. But this game, I'm sorry, I couldn't. This game here, man. This is just another humiliating, embarrassing New York Giant loss, man. I mean, and it just seems that we just keep finding new ways to do it every week. It just keeps getting worse and worse, man. And it's just down, like I said, it's downright embarrassing as a fan for me to even watch as a fan, let alone being a part of it right now, like as one of the players, coaches, whatever, being associated with it. You're gonna forever have your name on this kind of a season, the way it's going down each and every week. It just doesn't matter. I mean, this team, 17 points, really? Give me a break. That last touchdown, that doesn't count. This team scored fucking 10 points.
Well,
This team scored.
You're not giving Sterling Shepard that last touchdown.
I mean, look, it might go down in the record books,
No, I don't
but
know.
this team scored 10 points.
They lost by 32. Like, let's be real. What are we doing? We're putting a bow on it, or you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, right? So, um, it is what it is, man. This team is. I can't say they're not fighting. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. There's frustration everywhere. Apparently Barkley's yelling at the coach now and shit. I'm like, what do you yell at the coach for? You have a rookie quarterback in here who can't do shit. Defense
Yeah,
lying down. They don't really care. I mean, no one can tell me. I don't want to hear about the defense being good. You just gave up 600 yards total offense, almost 700. Was it 700?
I mean, I will say the defense came out and looked like they wanted to play. They absolutely came out like they wanted to play. They had a couple of the first couple of drives weren't so bad. They gave I mean, the one touchdown drive. They did go up the one touchdown drive early, but you got the big turnover. Had your instant red zone opportunity, and the offense did exactly what it did. I felt the defense just checked out at that moment in that point.
Hey, listen, we scored more points we've had in the last few games. So, I mean, were we
It's
expecting anything less than what we got? I mean, I was expecting a blowout. At halftime, it's 28-0. I mean, it was a laugher from then on out. I mean, what do I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. The problem is like we can't. We're in a catch 22. We can't really fire the coach per se. I mean, we can, and I'm not. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it, but again, that leaves you with a lot of holes and a lot of all this bullshit and a lot of red tape you don't really want. Or do you keep him here, which you probably will, but then you have to slog through the next 7 games, which could be bad. I mean, the Commanders we always seem to play pretty well, but and the Patriots, who knows what game that will be? I mean, their defense held up enough for the Colts to only score 10 points, right? And then you have the Saints and a couple other games against the Eagles and the Rams in there. And I'm like, can we expect them to win a game? I don't. I don't expect them to win any more games
I
at
don't.
this
Not the way this team is performing.
And at this point, I don't even care if I see Tyrod Taylor. Why not just see Tommy DeVito the rest of the way, see if he can be a competent backup for next year, or what his role will be for the team next year, whether that's water boy or if that's actually competing for a backup quarterback position. I don't care about as much as Tyrod will give juice to the offense and all that. I'm at the point now where you're probably going to move on of a quarterback. Don't give
Sorry,
me
fellas, I gotta head out. I gotta set up my stream, and I'm gonna be running behind because. But
All right, Lou.
I just wanted to stop in and express my hatred for this play calling and this stupidity.
can't do much. We're all dumb.
But thanks for having me. You guys have a great stream. I'll holler at
Appreciate
y'all.
you coming through, man.
Thanks. Hey Mac, I don't know what to do, man. This team is putrid, absolutely putrid, and there's no end in sight really. I mean, I think the Commanders are going to try to come out, and they're 4-6 now. They're going to try to come out and get to 4-5-4 or 5-6. Still try to fight to get to that bottom playoff spot. Sam Howell is that guy. I don't want to hear anything about Sam Howell anymore. Okay, they got a quarterback. They drafted him late. They groomed him, and here we are. And we got a guy named Tommy DeVito who we clearly know that isn't a good quarterback. I know he played the Dallas defense, but he clearly isn't an NFL player.
Look,
And the fact that you're
not
scared to
only
throw
is
the
he
ball
not
at him,
good,
I thought
apparently
they
the
were going to
coaches
bench him.
don't believe in him.
I thought they were going to bench him in that first half.
Like I said, that fourth and two down there, like after that interception, that play call was absolutely as terrible as it gets. At what point did you think? At that point in the game, what Saquon Barkley had like what 1 yard rushing at that point in the game,
Yes.
maybe. What makes you think all of a sudden, yeah, this is it, 4th and 2, big time. We're gonna get this. We're gonna make it happen now. All of a sudden, we're gonna open up a hole for Saquon, and he's gonna be able to get these 2 yards on the ground on 4th and 2. If you don't trust your quarterback in that situation to throw that ball for 2 fucking yards, then damn it, he shouldn't have been out there in the first place. That's just how I feel about it. And it makes me angry every time I think about it. Because I feel like after that is when the defense completely checked out of this game. At that point, complete. I'm not saying they would have necessarily had a good day, regardless, because the way the Cowboys were just on. But at the end of the day, the defense seemed to completely check out at that point, and they no longer gave a fuck. The same way this offense doesn't give a fuck. This team is disgusting.
Well, it is bad. It is very bad because, and if they are not giving a fuck, which what's funny? It's like Jahad Ward's making a tackle and still dancing and laughing. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, the game is over and you're still, yucking it up. Like, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding me. Brian Dable, I don't know what to think about him because normally in all the losses, he's yelling at everybody. Today, he wasn't yelling at nobody. Like,
well, maybe people are right. Maybe they're doing exactly what he wants them to do. I don't know anymore. I've never seen something like this before. This is like I said, this is beyond bad. This is something new.
I mean, he's yelling at he's like,
How can your
talking to
team
the
not
right
score
now.
more than 10 points a game? How can you not do that? At halftime, the Cowboys had more points than the Giants had yards.
That's
Like
terrible.
you got to try really hard to stink that bad.
They had a lot of starters on offensive line, so I don't get it. Something's rotten in
I
Denmark
mean,
here, man.
Jesus.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're sabotaging themselves and calling bad plays because they know the season's over and they want to get a quarterback and they want to blow this up so they're not tanking, or if they're just that incompetent.
It's
Because if you're that incompetent, you would think
it's
that you would
it's
take
it's
the
so
play
bad.
call.
I don't even know where to put a finger on it at all. It's crazy. This whole thing is just crazy to me, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't put their best foot forward in a long time. That's the problem I'm having. Is like the team doesn't care. The players are fighting with each other on the sidelines right now. Where's all the kumbaya and rainbows? Where's the fight that this team had last year? It's like completely evaporated. There's like nothing left of that team in 2022.
It's all gone. It's
That seems
nothing
like a
even
distant memory.
looks
A
anything like
blip on the
last year.
radar.
I can't.
I'm telling you, we're missing Julian Love too, man. We're missing Julian Love.
You talk about an underrated somebody who you undervalued. Big mistake.
Like McKinney,
I mean, I watched this team today. I wanted to take a fork and pluck my eyeballs out, man. I just couldn't. It was that bad.
well, what's funny is they tease us at the beginning, right? They get the goal line stand. You're like, oh man, but the Cowboys could have easily made this game like 56-0. They could have easily done it. They were not phased at all. Their defense in the backfield all game long. Everything that they did, the Giants touched, it was a failure. Everything they did. And if the players know that you're not going to call the plays that are there to be made, then maybe Barkley should start. Not Barkley, but Matt Barkley should start. Give me a veteran in there. Like, I know that Tyrod Taylor is going to come back, and they may try to save face and say, "Oh, look, we're going to try to win a couple games here and make salvage this season." Especially if I feel like Arizona's going to win 2 or 3 more games, with Kyler Murray. But, geez, Giants, put up some life.
I mean, could be. It is. It's question. It is making things a lot questionable, man. I just don't know. Cause you're right. If you were serious about anything, you probably had to have a good idea that Tommy DeVito wasn't going to be the guy to keep this season afloat. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't. I'm not saying there's great options out there, but there's better options than Tommy DeVito.
Right, but the thing is,
uh,
that's what I'm saying is right now, I know he stinks, but he's the rookie, and I'm going to ride with him the rest of the way and be like, all right, fuck it. Just fuck it. Just ride with him the rest of the way. Since you're going to lose anyways, What does it matter? Tyrod Taylor ain't coming back anytime soon. He's got like I think one more game he has to be out. He was out last week. He was out this week. He has two more games. He has the Patriot game. After the Patriot game, he can come back. What does it matter at that point? There's going to be like 4 games, 5 games left in the year at that juncture, and it's like, well, let's just keep riding with this guy and try to get something. But change the play calling up, do something. I mean, I'd rather have them just run Wildcat with Barkley the entire game. If you're not going to throw the ball.
I mean, you might as well.
Well, they did it anyways.
Like,
A couple direct snaps to him. What are we doing here?
I did see him do it like one time, and it was like a bad snap or something.
Yeah, they did a couple times.
But
It just was a direct snap, and they didn't block it correctly. I mean, there's no heart, there's no fight, there's no nothing with this team.
that's what I was saying. Like, that's why there's no doubt in my mind that this is the worst team in the league, and I don't care that there's a team still with a worse record than us. That team will beat us too if they played us.
Well, yeah, the Panthers look like they at least give a shit. They know their situation. They know
Exactly my point. They at least try. They give effort.
Well, the thing is this: I know the defense played well at the beginning or good enough, but to me, it's like if you really cared, you would have played better, and they didn't. They had no answers for Dallas Cow. And where's Ezekiel Jalari? Didn't he play? Like, where are you in the backfield? Nowhere.
Yeah, he was out there. He was on the field. But that's about it.
You had Cooper Rush got to move the team down the field at the end of the game. Like, Cooper fucking Rush.
Drove the ball right down the field. Right on down the field.
Right. To Gallup, to CD Lamb. Like, what are we doing here?
They went out there, kept CD out there for a couple extra plays, just to get him a record. That's how they felt.
They knew the Cowboys didn't even look like they cared, and I'm like, man, they are really good. If they play like this, they can beat anybody. Like, they can literally beat anybody. And that's why I keep telling people, like, it ain't over between the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles. That game in December 10th is going to be probably for the division, and if not the title. And not to mention the 49ers with a bounce back game. They stepped on the throats of the Jaguars. Like, man, I don't want to be like we are light years away from any of these teams. I don't want to hear next year, oh, we're this away, we're that away. No, just rebuild this team, tear it the fuck down. Say we're getting our quarterback. It's going to take us 2 or 3 years to get competitive, and let's do this. And if CJ Stroud happens,
gotta tear it down. I mean, if we can buck up on a CJ Stroud, that would be wow. That would be best case scenario, obviously, because what that kid's doing is just it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
I love it, and no one's had that impact since Andrew Luck. And the funniest part is there was a lot of like not haters, but like there was some dumb stuff that came up about him at the end of the combine, like, oh, he can't run and all this stuff. I'm like, you guys got to be kidding me. And he goes out there and he balls out, and that little shade of him not running or them being insecure about his abilities to run, that is why he landed with the Texans and not the Panthers.
Well, I know. This kid he's doing things like I said, rookie of the year. He's definitely. I feel like he has that pretty much locked up, barring something catastrophic. But like, you can put this kid in the MVP conversation for real, man. Like, legit. He's right up there in the MVP candidate as the most valuable player in this league right now. He is balling to that
moving
level,
into
man.
that category now with his play the last 3 weeks.
He's been on a run. That's for certain.
And it's only going to get bigger against the Panthers next week when he throws probably for another 400 yards, right, and 4 touchdowns, and starts to pull away. And, oh, by the way, I don't want to hear anything about Dak Prescott not being good anymore, okay? That's what all I heard all offseason. He's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. They had a whole new offensive system that they were brought in, and it clicked for him. It clicked for him against the Eagles. That's when I'm like, I watched that Eagle game back, and I'm like, Dak Prescott is back. They are back. He is back to being himself, which is that guy that throws all over the yard. He is not the reason they're losing games. He threw an interception. That was a bad interception, but I don't know what he was looking at that play. I think he didn't expect Cordell Flott to be underneath that way. But other than that, he played flawless. Played flawless.
Oh, he
I mean,
threw for
what do you think
400
of
yards in three quarters. In three quarters.
Yes, 3 quarters. He could have easily put up probably.
He didn't take a
50
snap in the fourth quarter.
Imagine that though. Like
He got the fourth quarter off. Because how bad they busted the Giants' ass. He got to have the whole entire fourth quarter off.
And that's funny because he played in the fourth. He played. That's the same thing that happened in the other game too. Cooper Rush came in as well. I mean, oh man, we as Giant fans, and I said this in a text message. I'm going to repeat it here, and I'll repeat it again on Friday. We are coming up on the anniversary of drafting Eli Manning. Okay, this offseason, this April draft. It'll be 20 years since Manning trade was executed. Now it's time to get the next heir apparent. Okay, next guy in line. Because right now, and I understand we have a ton of things. We need a receiver. We need to get the quarterback. Just show that you want to rebuild. That's why I don't want to get cute and get the second round quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Just get the guy in the first round and say whether that's Caleb Williams, whether that's Jaden Daniels, whatever guy you want, you deem. It's not about what we want. It's about what they want, what they see as the quarterback, right? Whatever evaluations they make, and just evaluate. And then come out and just tell us like, oh, we're rebuilding. We're not fucking competing and rebuilding. We're rebuilding. We're taking this year by year. That's it.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's obviously what needs to happen with the rebuild and all that, but I'm just letting it sink in that the Dallas Cowboys have beaten us this season 89 to 10. 80 fucking 9 to 10. Because I don't, like I said, that last touchdown, that was just some absolute garbage time bullshit.
Yes,
Give me a fucking break. They basically just got out of our way and let us go down the goddamn field.
They actually were stopped on that.
Because they didn't give a fuck anymore.
Then the penalty happened. Justin Pugh stinks, by the way. I don't care what anybody tells me. He's not good. And the Giants' problem also is they have a lot of free agents next year. They don't have a lot of guys. They have I heard they have like 10, 15 guys, maybe more, coming off the roster in free agency. So, you're going to have to do a lot of work. This team's going to have a lot of new faces on it again, right? Not to mention some of the draft picks.
Well, it probably needs a lot of new faces. It needs some guys that can play. It needs guys that can play football. Because there's a lot of guys on this roster that don't seem to know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah Hodgins, he got one catch, Lawrence Cager got a touchdown. Good for him. Finally, someone get something.
I like his dance. Yeah, that was really cool. Down 28 to fucking 7.
It's funny because they did an end around. That end around. If I see another receiver score an end around against the Giants, I'm going to be pissed off. That's the second one that a team has scored on back to back. The Raiders did it with Jacoby Myers, and then the fucking Cowboys did it with CeeDee Lamb.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, the 4-3 defense, I don't know. Wink Martindale's not going to be fired. I don't think he'll be fired.
Hell no. So no, I don't see a reason to fire Wink Martindale.
We definitely need to draft.
I mean, yes, I guess. They need to figure it out, man.
Edge rushers.
They need to figure out what they need to figure out who's going to be part of this going forward. It's that time. It's time to make those tough decisions right now. There's no point wasting time. Who's going to be a part of this shit going forward, and who's not? Just start figuring it out. Start sorting it all out. I think the writing's on the wall for a lot of people. I think it is safe to say Sterling Shepard will not be part of this next year. I mean,
Oh no.
I think it's safe to say that officially now. He's not going to be part of this. He's barely part of it now while he's here still.
I mean, he got more playing time because Darius Slayton, is yelling at the coach. And it's funny because I don't know what the coach is doing. He had like no emotion on the sideline. He had nothing. Like, what do you like? You weren't angry. You weren't mad. You were just kind of like, bah. Like, I get it. You're having a terrible season, but if you're going to be the guy that yells every week, then be the guy that yells every week. If you're not going to be the guy that yells every week, then don't yell every week. So what do we do? What are you doing?
Can't figure it out. Nothing about this team makes sense. Nothing about this team makes sense.
And the reporter, Tom Rinaldi, I think his name was, he goes, "Oh, I asked Brian Dable what we need to do to get better in the second half." He goes, "Play better." I'm like, "That's your answer? Like, that's it? Play better? How about you coach better?"
Yep, how about that? Some accountability.
Why is he not taking over the play calling?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, that one drive in the third quarter looked like a competent drive for an NFL football team. But where's that energy all the time?
Yeah, the game was over at that point.
I mean, it was. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it still was it's still like a comp. It was still like just the way the plays were called, the way they functioned, the way they executed. It was a competent drive, nonetheless.
I bet you he wanted to
So
show
I just need to see that.
I don't know, man. This is a sad state of affairs.
It
They're not
is.
even losing
That's
games.
what I'm saying. It's like I mean, you think whoever could think it could get worse than like the Ray Handley years or the Dave Brown years when he was the court. Like who could think it could get worse than that?
Oh my God. At least they won some games. They won at least 5 games with Dave Brown.
Exactly.
I heard somebody.
They didn't just lay down. They didn't just go out there and quit. They didn't accept defeat before the game even got started.
Yeah, I mean, they get the ball at the 1 yard line. You don't even throw the ball. You damn near barely get out of the end zone.
Oh my God! It was 2 different times. I thought it was a safety.
I thought they were safety. They were just
Like 2 different times. I kind of agree too, because I felt like that one time Barkley did not get out the end zone.
No, his foot was stuck. I'm like, dude, they're like, up. We don't want you to go down 2-0 already. Like, here you go, kid. Starting your first game, you get the ball at the 1-inch line. Go ahead. Oh, by the way, we're gonna run it 3 times.
Yeah, nuts, man.
And the team being frustrated, I get, but it's a bad look nonetheless. Having meltdowns on the sideline is not good. I don't even
Definitely
know
not. I mean, but that's what the bad teams do.
I remember Kenny Galladay yelling at Jason Garrett.
Kenny Galladay. That dude did he? I wonder if he even got a phone call this season.
I mean, I would call him up now. I got nothing to lose. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Kenny, you want to play receiver again?
You want to come be a part of this shit show?
How about you come collect the paycheck? We're just printing money. We're just giving it away for free. Sterling Shepard, you get a check. Darius Slayton, you get a check. Number 80, who I have no idea who you are, you get a check. That's what I'm saying. We cut Jamison Crowder and Cole Beasley for Sterling Shepard, Isaiah Hodgins, and Darius Slayton. Not to mention Paris Campbell, who done nothing either.
Yep. That's what we did.
For what? For
He
what?
sure did that.
For what? What was the purpose? I feel like now you just got to pull all
And
your
everybody
starters out of
swore to
everybody.
God.
Anybody that's banged up, see ya.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody just knew this team. I mean, look, this team pulled the wool over my eyes during the off season. They did.
your
It's never
eyes.
gonna happen again, man.
The rest of the
I've lost
NFL.
all faith and all trust in that. That
It's over for them.
never gonna
Never
fool
gonna
me
fool
again
me
like that.
again like that.
I'm not
I'm
setting
gonna see
myself up
on
for that ever again.
I'm gonna see you on Wednesday when we talk about the rest of the winning teams in the NFC East. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
no doubt, man. You too, bro. But yeah, there's not really much more reason to keep talking about this team. So it was a nightmare once again. Absolute nightmare, terrible. So it's gonna wrap it up, man. Thank everybody coming out, chilling, hanging out for a little bit. Another depressing New York Giant defeat. Like I said, just get out game by over 500 yards. Mm-mm-mm. Some things just shouldn't happen in the NFL, man, and that's something that just shouldn't happen in the NFL. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but this New York Giant team is despicable, and it needs to be torn up. It needs to be built back up all the way from the foundation. It's rotten. It is rotten. It's destroyed all the way to the core. It's never been anything as bad as this in my lifetime. This from what's going on right now reminds me of the stories I used to hear about in the '70s, man. The stories I used to hear about the teams of the '70s, which was apparently the worst decade in New York Giant history. This sounds like those stories, those horror stories. It's a change has to come. So I want to thank Big Lou earlier coming on earlier and Adam coming on, and yeah, you check us out, me and Adam, on Wednesday afternoon, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man, for another edition of the Real Deal NFC East Roundup. Be covering the whole entire NFC East division, which every other team in this division is a lot more compelling to talk about right now than these New York Giants. Absolute disgrace of the entire league, in my opinion. It's a shit stain on the whole league, man. Everybody's been questionable, host to horror. Everybody's been questionable, in my opinion, man. This whole this whole situation, man, it's been terrible. So I don't know. To me, I'm questioning everything about it, from the coaches, from the management, to players, everything. I'm questioning everybody about this team right now because it's been absolutely ridiculous, man. What's going on, Miss? Just talking about this terrible another terrible performance, man. Another terrible day at the office. It's getting it gets tough every week coming out here and dealing with this team having to do streams and make videos about this team. I mean, they barely are a team. They look like just the bad news bears out there. Bunch of ragamuffins, man. I just don't. I can't figure it out anymore with these guys, man. I truly can't. I love. They're making it hard for me to love them. I put it that way. They are making it very, very difficult for me to keep putting this shit on and walking out my house every day trying to be a proud New York Giant fan. They are making it very, very difficult with play on the field like this. I mean, it's get ready to check out, man. Yeah, I'm about to definitely check out. think they're tanking purposely, or Dable's job is going to become on the line soon. At this point, I don't know anymore. I don't know if we're tanking. I don't know if we're just that goddamn bad. I think it's a little bit of both. I think we are really just that bad, but I think the coaches aren't putting these players in the best position to get the most out of them either. So I think it's a rotten combination of everything, man, of all of that. I think it's just a big old combination of all of that. Just this team ain't. Yeah, this team is. I don't. Like I said, I can't. There's not words that can describe what I'm looking at. I know what they try to say. Oh, there's no way a college team can beat an NFL team. I believe that the really good college teams could give this team a run for their fucking money, if not beat them. That's how bad it is. It's ridiculous. I got to get my life together, man. Get my thoughts together. I'm gonna throw together another edition of After Further Review. Dropping it tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in after I drop it. Just try to process yet again another disgusting New York Giant defeat. But what's going on, no mess? No. Thanks for stopping in, bro. You came in right at the end, though, man. The R, Ohio State, man. Maybe. Like I said, that's how bad this is. Maybe. It definitely give them a run for their money, at least. If not, they definitely give them a good, strong run for their money. Yeah, I might do that, Miz. I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then I might just do that, man. But yeah, this is definitely something not right with this, man. Yeah, I think it's just a combination of everything, man. I think I think between the players not being really we're just not that good, and then we're not man. We're not putting this team in the best position to succeed. But yeah, I can't do it for right now. I got to need a moment from this, man. And I might just join y'all later on in a little bit on Loose Thing, Miz. But for right now, I'm about to go sit and grab me a grub, man. Thank everybody for tuning in to another edition of the True Blue Aftermath. It's y'all boy, Mac the Giants fan, man. Hanging in. I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants Fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants Fan. That's MacDa Giants Fan.